Welcome to the Arsenal show. We are live and it's the Watford versus Arsenal preview. Team news is out. I can see Jerome scratching his head. Let's welcome Jerome to the pod first. How you doing, Jerome?
Hi, mate. Yeah, good. Thanks.
I know you've just seen the team news. It was literally just on refreshing before it came on. It's out now. What are your thoughts? Let's pull the team news up now. Here we go. Bosh. All right. So Aaron Ramsdale starts in goal with very consistent Tomiyasu in at right back. We've got Ben White or Benjamin White and Gabriel Magalhaes with Nuno Tavares. He starts in at left back. Kieran Tierney did travel today. However, Nuno Tavares has kept his shirt. Ainsley Maitland-Niles starting in the central midfield. And no Thomas Partey whatsoever. I haven't seen any news about Thomas Partey, to be fair. So I am quite surprised that he is not starting. Must be an injury. Sambi Lokonga in there as well. Emil Smith-Rowe, Bukayo Saka, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and Alexandre Lacazette start up top. First thoughts while I dig deep and look for some form of news right now for Thomas Partey. Before we go forward, Arsenal Fanatics Facebook page, go and give them a follow. If anyone's watching from there and you know anything about the Thomas Partey news, come over to KS1 TV and join us and get into the comment section and update us now while I'm checking. But first of all, what's your thoughts on the team news, Jerome?
So I guess on the face of it, there's just one change, right? From, I guess, the team that many people expected. But I don't know if you feel the same, but I feel like it's like more than just one change because it's so important, because it's such an important player for us. It feels bigger than just one person that's missing out. Look, he's obviously very keen to stick with the defence that's done well in recent games, same as Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. Very happy about that. But I guess all eyes are going to be on the central midfield. And, you know, Maitland-Niles, it's a position that he's wanted to play in for ages. And it's not as if now he's going into central midfield in one of our sort of Carabao Cup teams or a weakened Europa League team. This is basically as strong as we are, as strong as we can get. And he's going into the team. And his role today and how he performs is going to be scrutinised, I imagine, by a lot of people. But overall, you feel like it's a team that's strong enough to get a result.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen team news on Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey misses out due to a tight groin. That literally came out seconds ago. Like 1:03 it came out. It's all right. We can survive. We can survive without the octopus.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. So who else have we got starting? Emil Smith-Rowe starts again. Saka, no surprises with a bit. Aubameyang and Lacazette in there as well. Those four got to start. They've been doing so well in recent games as well, haven't they?
Yeah. You know, it's one of there's what's it? The old adage saying like, "Don't change a winning team," and it's hard. I mean, I guess you'd only really make changes at the moment if there's injuries, if people are like, you know, in what they call the red zone, if they're like maybe close to an injury, perhaps if they're not feeling 100%. But fair play to Arteta. I think that's probably, you know, the team that maybe 95% of Arsenal fans would probably pick, barring maybe the odd change here and there.
Is Ainsley Maitland-Niles a player you would have gone with in that central midfield role in the absence of Partey?
Maybe, but to be honest with you, the reason for that is just because of the lack of other options, rather than I think Maitland-Niles is the player that will come in and perform. I mean, it's either him or El Nene, really, isn't it? There's not, unless he changes the formation a bit, there's not really too many other options, I don't think. Toss of a coin, really, between Maitland-Niles and El Nene. But yeah, this is I wouldn't say it's a big call because, like I said, he hasn't really got too many choices. But I think it's a big miss, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's a big miss.
It's a big miss. I think I put out a tweet the other day that said Arsenal haven't lost in the league with Thomas Partey in the team since April when we lost 1-0 to Everton.
Yeah,
and I think although we've been very critical of the way that maybe Thomas Partey's performed in games, we feel like sometimes he's been a bit sloppy or he's just had to adapt to the pace of the league. It still shows that his presence in the team as well has made a big difference. Even though we've got higher expectations of what he can do on the pitch, it shows that just having him in the team, having that presence in the central midfield has done something.
Yeah, I mean he's better than this, but it will be the case, I think, where you realise sort of how good he is when he's not there.
Like Janet Jackson said, you don't know what he's got till it's gone.
Right. Yeah. Just like what Janet Jackson said. Exactly. Yeah, look, we've got a couple of weeks, obviously, haven't we, until the next game as well. There's an international break. So, to be fair, like, no point risking a Partey if he is feeling something. But, yeah, it makes for an even more it makes for an even more of an interesting game now. I think the fact that Partey's not there, and that'll give Watford that'll be a positive for them in the dressing room, won't it? Seeing that Partey's not playing.
Yeah, not that I want positives for Watford. I want to demoralise them. I want to break them down so they feel like nothing but putty. Like I'm not. The excitement I've got for this game is just too much. It feels like the build up for the FA Cup games. It's weird. I don't know what it is, and I think it's just purely because the gap in the games and the magnitude of each game now that we play, because we want to get back into Europe, and not just Europe, where we're seeing other teams sort of falter at the moment. Like Leicester aren't as Leicester is still Leicester. They're still a great team, but you're thinking, maybe this is the Leicester that keep on doing well at the start of the season and dropping off at the end. Is that going to be the same Leicester again? Man United are nowhere to be seen at all. So that's another spot in that top 4 spot potentially that can be taken. My expectations hasn't changed. I still. My expectations for Arsenal, which would be a good season, would be to get back into Europe, and that's Europa League. Like I'm not, it's Europe. But if Arsenal could potentially get a top 4 spot, I mean that would be an absolutely outstanding achievement for the place we're in at the moment.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, let's get on to key players. So you've seen the lineup. Who would your key player be?
Well, you know what? Maybe possibly Maitland-Niles. Wasn't expecting him to play. He's in, like I said, with all the regulars now. So let's see how he performs with them. It's hard. It's hard really to pick. There's a couple of players I'm looking forward to. It'd be interesting to see how Tavares does again at left back. You know what? I think just in general, this is a great test for us because we've played very well for large spells in the last couple of games, and I think sometimes, I think that wasn't like a fluke. I think if we play well again for another extended period of time, I think I'll begin to feel like, all right, we're going somewhere now. So yeah.
Yes. I know what you mean, and for me, it's not just about. I know people were saying Leicester's the test. We beat Leicester. We dispatched of Leicester, should we say? And then after that, people were saying, "Oh yeah, well Leicester are a good team, but the real test is Liverpool." That's absolute garbage. That's absolute nonsense for me, because Liverpool are one of the best teams in Europe. So, yeah, you want to test yourself against the best team. But if you was to lose to Liverpool, apart from the manner of the loss, what are you learning from that? What are you learning from that? We need to be making sure we eat up our bread and butter. And that's Watford. That is the Leicesters. That's the Burnleys, the Norwiches. These are teams that in previous years, when we're doing well, we've dropped points against. So these are the teams that we need to make sure that we're beating. And then we start looking at the Liverpools and stuff like that, because we're not there right now. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
But right now, to be pinning ourselves against the Liverpool, you're setting yourself up to failure, because genuinely, I feel like there's some sort of agenda there, basically. Let's see what some of the comments had to say. Still feel confident, getting good, even without Partey. Yeah, Paul, I'm with you, mate. I think Jerome's feeling the same. Partey's a loss, but Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I can't remember what game it is he came in for, but he did well. He did well. And then I think whoever came on afterwards, they came in and did well as well. Is there anyone on the subs bench you think could potentially make a difference in the game? We've got the likes of, who's in there? Is it Odegaard on the bench?
I'm sure he'll come on at some point, because we know Lacazette's not going to last the full 90 minutes. This is the sort of game where what Arteta's got to do is make sure that the players aren't too complacent, because it's very easy to think we'll just turn up against Watford, newly promoted team, and all we got to do is turn up. Like, go, don't let complacency sort of set in.
Yeah, definitely. Watford, they've been a bit up and down. They've got a new manager in Claudio Ranieri. The Tinker Man is back in the Premier League. Is there anyone in this Watford team that worries you?
Well, I guess the standout name is Sarr, isn't it? Surprised that he sort of stayed at them last season. He's really highly rated, and we know he's super quick. So possibly Sarr, but he'd probably be. I don't want to say he'd be the only one, but he'd probably be the main man to look out for. Obviously, they've got a couple of ex-Spurs players, haven't they? In Rose and Sissoko.
Rose, I'm surprised he's still playing. But yeah. Did Sissoko go to Watford in the end?
Yeah. Moves to Sissoko. Yeah, looks like he's their skipper. So yeah.
Yeah, and Manuel Dennis is another one who's a bit dangerous as well. They've got players that, as you said, Sarr. They've got players who can turn it on. I mean, they leak goals. That's a thing that's in our favour. They're obviously a team that likes to break forward. They've got many attacking players in their squad, and they like to use them. But they did put 5 past Everton last week or week before. But then again, straight after that, they went and dropped points to Southampton. Liverpool put 5 past them. They can be got at. And with this Arsenal team, even minus the Thomas Partey, I think we've got to get a win today. Before we hear Jerome's score predictions, people, I want to see what you've got to say in the comment section. If you are watching on Facebook, do come over to the transfer, the Arsenal show on KS1 TV on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button. We've got. I'm gonna let you to a secret in the next show. We've got a serious Arsenal legend guest coming on. Serious. I want to tell you guys now, but I can't. Yeah, come over and subscribe. This guy. Can I give you any clues? He's got a hat trick for Arsenal once. That's all I'm saying. And it's in our time. So anyone that knows me, it's in our time. Yeah, not old, our time. So yeah, get that subscribe button, smash that subscribe button, and show your support. Come over to KS1 TV on YouTube. All right, Jerome. Score predictions. What you got for me?
Score prediction. I think it'll be 2-0 to Arsenal. I don't think we'll go crazy with the goals. I think that, once we get a couple of goals or one goal, sometimes we're not exactly sure how to play it. But I think what we'll do is we'll come out the blocks very quickly and hopefully take advantage of that start and hopefully nick a goal in that period. And if it's 2-0, I would certainly take that.
Are you going to give us your goal scorers?
Well, you know what? Aubameyang has got a very good record against Watford. He scored quite a few goals against them. You've
been doing your research,
games. Yeah? Oh, yeah. That's it. I remember there was the game, I think it was just before the FA Cup, when they were in the league last. I think he scored a couple against them then, and he scored when he charged down the goalie at Watford a few seasons ago. If you remember, the goalie had the ball at his feet, and he sort of ran towards him and blocked it, and it went in the net.
That was Ben Foster again, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So what, you going for an Aubameyang brace?
Yeah, Aubameyang brace. Yeah.
All right, he's gone for an Aubameyang brace. I want to hear what you got to say in the comment section. I want to hear your goal scorers as well. Garth has gone for a 3-0 Arsenal win. Garth needs to see some entertaining football this weekend. So hopefully he gets to see that today. How a real team plays. You know what I mean? Paul, let me give us your score predictions and goal scorers. And who is this Facebook user? I think at the bottom of the descriptions it says how to show your Facebook name. You got to allow permissions in Facebook to allow your Facebook name, or to make things easier, come over to the YouTube channel. That's it. And who pressed that like? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Come over to the YouTube channel, smash the subscribe, and you can join in the chat here. Join in the chat here. We had 45 people watching. I want to see 45 people in this chat. Right now, I'm chatting to Paul, Facebook user, and Garth. Come and join us. Come on, don't be scared. All right, we're friendly over here. I've come over here to forget about United, lads. Don't rub it in. I apologise. Is that why about 30 people just dropped off the stream because they were all United fans? Don't hate me. All right, it's all love. All right, I'm going to give my own score prediction. I'm also going for a 2-0 victory for Arsenal. That's what I thought. It's what I put on the page a couple of days ago. I think Lacazette will score, and I think Aubameyang will get another goal. I'm with you on Aubameyang, and I think it'll be Lacazette that gets the other goal. Lacazette's been playing really well. What I like about Aubameyang and Lacazette at the moment is Lacazette's always done this, to be fair, which is when he's not scoring, he's working hard and he's linking up. I just felt previously with Lacazette, I want to see more goals. And I can't feel like I'm wrong in saying that, considering he's a striker. And in his whole time here, he's never really, I think there's one season, but other than that, he's never really smashed in the amount of goals that I feel like he should have, because he gets those chances as well, and he should be just clinical. But what Aubameyang's been doing recently, which I've seen, is his work rate off the ball, chasing down, and it sets an example for everyone else, because if you're captaining the team, he's chasing down things, then you've really got no excuse. If they're looking around, seeing the captain do that, then that's what he's probably portraying that he should be expecting as well.
Yeah.
All right. Any other team news? No, there is not. All right. So, thank you for joining us, people. Thank you for joining us, Jerome.
Yeah, course. 40 minutes, here we go.
Oh yeah, I know. The suspense is building up. The anticipation is hitting boiling point. All right. Thank you for joining us, people. There's still 22 people in this stream. Loving it. Appreciate your support. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. Come over to YouTube. I want to see 22 new subscribers. That's it. Boom. Look, 2 have already popped over. Appreciate it. Love that. All right. Thank you for joining us, people. The kickoff is too long away. All right. Peace out. Don't forget to join us for the post-match reaction at 4:00. Hopefully we should have Steve. We should have had Steve in the stream today, because he was going to join us live from the stadium. I've tried to drag it out as much as I could, but I can't anymore. All right. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.